Welcome back to our channel, my friends. Today is a beautiful, sun-drenched Tuesday, but the skies over Port Charles are looking darker and more treacherous than ever before. Grab your coffee and pull up a chair because we have got a mountain of earth-shattering secrets to unpack today, and we are practically vibrating with excitement to share these latest bombshells with all of you. I have to jump right into the absolute madness that is tearing through the legacy of the Devane family because my jaw is still resting firmly on the floor after realizing what Anna is up against. Just when you think Anna Devane has survived the absolute worst that this world has to throw at her, we get a twist so sinister it makes my blood run cold. Anna has just uncovered a shocking, world-tilting revelation. While she was locked away, suffering in isolation and darkness, someone wearing her face was gallivanting across Europe. We are not talking about a simple case of mistaken identity here, folks. We are talking about confirmed sightings of Anna in multiple, high-profile locations overseas, operating freely while the real Anna was rotting in captivity under the shadow of Windermere and later in that godforsaken facility in France. The sheer psychological terror of knowing your life and your very image have been hijacked while you were chained to a wall is enough to break anyone, but for a seasoned super spy like Anna, it is an immediate call to war. Let's really marinate on the sheer, unadulterated horror of Anna's captivity for a moment, because it completely recontextualizes everything we thought we knew about the last few years of her life. Imagine being stripped of your freedom, your dignity, and your agency, locked away by ruthless enemies who want nothing more than to see you erased from the board. Anna endured unspeakable psychological torture under Windermere and in that French hellhole. But now, to find out that her tormentors were not just keeping her out of the way, but actively using her stolen identity to orchestrate God knows what across the European continent? It is a masterclass in psychological warfare. I was literally shouting at my screen when the pieces started falling into place. Who was this woman making deals, crossing borders, and living Anna's life? The implications are staggering. Was this imposter setting up offshore accounts? Were they making alliances with international crime syndicates? The damage done to Anna's reputation and her legacy could be catastrophic, and the worst part is, she is only just now beginning to unravel the horrifying trail of breadcrumbs left behind by her doppelganger. Now, I know what you longtime viewers are screaming at your screens right now, because I was screaming the exact same thing. It's a mask! It has to be one of those infamous, hyper-realistic silicone masks. We have seen it a million times in Port Charles, right? But hold on to your hats, because Anna has already crossed that off the list, and that is what makes this so utterly terrifying. Anna has definitively confirmed that this is not some cheap parlor trick. She knows for a fact that it wasn't Holly Sutton parading around in a latex Anna mask, and she is absolutely certain it wasn't our favorite snarky villainess, Liesl Obrecht, pulling a fast one on the international intelligence community. No, my friends, this wasn't synthetic skin and voice modulators. This was flesh and blood. This was a living, breathing woman who possesses the exact same bone structure, the exact same piercing eyes, and the exact same lethal grace as our beloved police commissioner. And if it's not a mask, there is only one horrifying, impossible, mind-bending explanation staring us right in the face. Alexandra Devane Merrick is alive. I said it, and I am standing by it. Just let that sink into your bones for a second. Alex is alive. It has been years since that unforgettable, tragic night on the Haunted Star. I can still see the scene playing out in my mind like it was yesterday. The storm raging, the desperate confrontation between the twin sisters, the deafening crack of the gunshot. Anna shot her own twin sister right in the stomach, and we all watched in stunned silence as Alex tumbled over the railing, swallowed whole by the freezing, unforgiving waters of the harbor. We mourned, Anna grieved, and we all closed the book on the wicked twin. But folks, this is General Hospital, and if there is no body, there is no death. The idea that Alex somehow survived a gunshot wound to the gut and a plunge into the icy depths is a testament to her sheer unyielding malice. She didn't just survive, she thrived. She crawled out of that water, licked her wounds, and waited for the perfect moment to strike, stealing her sister's life while Anna was locked in a cage. It is the ultimate betrayal, a sibling rivalry twisted into a nightmare of epic proportions. But Alex couldn't have pulled off a resurrection and a massive identity theft operation of this magnitude all by herself. Oh no, she had help. And that brings us to the darkest, most twisted shadow that has ever fallen over Port Charles, César Faison. Anna herself admitted it. If there is anyone in the history of the world who possesses the resources, the brilliance, and the sheer psychotic obsession required to bring someone back from the brink of death, it was Faison. Even from beyond the grave, that man's toxic legacy continues to poison the lives of everyone he ever touched. I am completely convinced that Alex is deeply, inextricably tangled up in the chaotic mess left behind by Faison's surviving acolytes. We are talking about the heavy hitters here: Ross Cullum, Jen Sidwell, and the incredibly dangerous Cassius. These men are not playing games, they are executing a master plan that has been years in the making. Alex, surviving and aligning herself with Cullum and Sidwell, is a recipe for absolute disaster. They are a multi-headed hydra of espionage and terror, and Anna is standing right in the blast zone. And speaking of Faison's twisted legacy, we have to talk about the elephant in the room that has completely shattered my heart and scrambled my brain. The horrifying truth about Nathan West. When this man first strutted into Port Charles, looking for all the world like our beloved, dearly departed Nathan, I knew something was fundamentally wrong. Anna knew it too. She never fully bought into his wide-eyed innocence. But the proof was supposedly undeniable. She ran the DNA, she checked the fingerprints, and everything came back as a perfect, undeniable match to Nathan. But the truth is so much darker, so much more sinister than a simple resurrection. This wasn't Nathan miraculously returning to us with a convenient 7-year gap in his memory. This was Cassius Faison, Nathan's secret twin brother, stepping into a dead man's shoes. The sheer audacity of Cassius stealing his brother's life, manipulating the grief of everyone who loved Nathan, is sickening. It is the exact same playbook Alex is using on Anna. The parallels are absolutely intentional, and it shows the sickening genius of the Faison bloodline. What truly makes my blood boil and my stomach tie itself into knots is how easily this massive, glaring threat was planted right under our noses. Ross Cullum and Jen Sidwell didn't just hide Cassius in the shadows, they brazenly marched him right through the front doors of the Port Charles Police Department. How, in the name of all that is holy, did the PCPD allow their security to be compromised so spectacularly? It is a staggering, embarrassing failure of protocol. They handed a badge, a gun, and unprecedented access to classified police intelligence to the son of the most dangerous criminal mastermind in history, all because he had his dead brother's face and matching DNA. Cullum and Sidwell played the PCPD like a cheap fiddle. They planted a mole at the highest levels of local law enforcement, effectively blinding the police to their international smuggling and espionage operations. It is a betrayal of the highest order, and it leaves the entire city of Port Charles completely vulnerable to whatever apocalyptic endgame these villains are planning. I have to take a moment to deeply analyze the psychological state of Anna Devane right now, because she is walking a razor-thin tightrope over an abyss of madness. She admitted that there are still so many secrets left to uncover, and for the first time in a long time, she is genuinely terrified of the answers. She is afraid of what she will find if she keeps digging, afraid of the monsters lurking in the dark corners of her own family history. But here is the tragic, beautiful truth about Anna. She cannot let it go. It is fundamentally hardwired into her DNA to seek the truth, no matter how much it hurts. Or, as she so hauntingly put it, maybe the truth refuses to let her go. She is haunted by the ghosts of her past, bound by a sense of duty to protect the people she loves from the liars and impostors who have hijacked their lives. If she wants to live freely, if she wants to ensure that the memories of the real Nathan and the safety of her family are preserved, she has to wade through the absolute worst of the darkness. It is a heroic, heartbreaking burden that only Anna Devane could carry. So, where do we go from here, my fellow GH fanatics? I am predicting an absolute bloodbath of secrets in the coming weeks. I believe that Alex Devane is going to make her triumphant, terrifying return to Port Charles, and she is going to come face to face with the sister who tried to kill her. I think Cassius Faison is going to find himself torn between his loyalty to Cullum's syndicate and the genuine connections he has accidentally forged while pretending to be Nathan. And with Britt Westbourne back in the mix, the Faison family drama is going to reach critical mass. We are hurtling toward a massive, city-wide confrontation that is going to test the loyalties, the sanity, and the survival skills of everyone involved. This storyline is the absolute pinnacle of daytime drama it has, the rich history, the shocking betrayals, and the deeply emotional stakes that make General Hospital the greatest show on television. I cannot wait to see how Anna dismantles this conspiracy piece by piece. Keep your eyes glued to the screen, folks, because the storm of the century is just getting started, and it is going to be a wild, unforgettable ride.